can do the top half. Her poetry has appeared in journals such as the National Poetry Review, Verse, Babel Fruit, the Prose Poem Project, Miller's Pond, and her creative nonfiction has appeared in journals such as Memoir Journal, Sugar Mule, The Mosaic, Art and Literature. Her chapbooks, did you bring any of your chapbooks with you? Oh, okay. If any of you did, you're welcome to next time here. She has 2 chapbooks, 3 chapbooks, and she earned her bachelor's degree in philosophy and is currently a candidate for the MFA program in creative writing at Goddard College in Vermont. So please welcome Teresa.
Such an honor. Sorry,
It's a little soft.
yeah.
You want me to turn it up a little more?
I'll try to use my teacher voice. It's such an honor for me to be included in this anthology with such wonderful poets that I truly admire the work of. And another wonderful thing is being able to meet them during these meetings, and also to meet the audience and to participate in this wonderful Making Poetry Alive event. I'm going to begin by reading the poems of a poet who couldn't make it here today because he had to bow out at the last moment due to personal reasons, family reasons, Ilya Kaminsky. And I really admire these poems of his, and I haven't met him yet, but I hope to someday be able to and exchange some words in Russian with him, so I'm pretty fluent as well. Okay, this poem, I'll read Ilya Kaminsky's bio first. He's from San Diego, California, was born in Odessa, Ukraine, former USSR. He is author of Dancing in Odessa, published by Tupelo Press, 2004, which won a Lenin Fellowship, Writers Award, and American Academy of Arts and Letters Metcalf Award. He teaches in the Department of English and Comparative Literature at San Diego State University.
What page?
Page 92. Thank you. We lived happily during the war. And when they bombed other people's houses, we protested, but not enough. We opposed them, but not enough. I was in my bed. Around my bed, America was falling. Invisible house by invisible house by invisible house. I took a chair outside and watched the sun. In the 6th month of a disastrous reign in the house of money, in the street of money, in the city of money, in the country of money, our great country of money, we, forgive us, lived happily during the war. The next poem by Ilya in this book is called To Live. To live, as the great book commands, is to love. Such love is not enough. The heart needs a little foolishness. So I fold the newspaper, make a hat. I pretend to Sonia that I'm the greatest poet, and she pretends to believe it. My Sonia, her stories and her beautiful legs, her stories and legs that open other stories. And I say, a human being understands the universe. Its music makes us foolish. I see myself, a yellow raincoat, a sandwich, a piece of tomato between my teeth. I raise my infant daughter to the sky. I am singing as she pisses. Old fool, my wife laughs, on my forehead and on my shoulders. I'm going to read my poem in the anthology last, so I'll read a few other poems that I've written. Yeah, I feel very awkward.
Yeah,
like I'm looking this way and that way.
You can understand because it's a heavy book. So you're comfortable there.
It's so much more natural.
Okay.
Like when I'm playing the violin. This, okay. Okay. The next poem I'm going
There's
to
an
read.
extra chair down here if anyone needs one.
The next poem I'm going to read is called L'Art d'Aimer, meaning the art of loving in French. It was first published in the National Poetry Review and then republished in Verse Daily. From the perspective of Baltimore Orioles, L'Art d'Aimer. First are the songs, a composition of whistles and rattles. You always hear an oriole before you see one, then copulation. Black and orange ruffles and leaves. They find a branch high above the ground to weave a bag. Pieces of plastic strips, strings, branches, grass, one by one in the beak, mixes with saliva. In the building and in its intent is nest, and what is to come afterwards, eggs, hatchlings helpless and blind, throats stretched out in a coral for food. Insect legs dangle from a parent's beak. The younglings will soon leave the nest with a nudge off the edge. The first time wings are used to convince air of its ability. Between two elm trunks, vertical and black, bird in sky is an absolute. Orioles migrate in the night air, navigating by way of the stars, giving themselves entirely to open spaces. The next poem I'm going to read is called Not Worth a Bullet, and it was first published by Chippens Press in my chapbook entitled Cartography of Family. A bullet is made of copper or lead. Gunpowder is poured into the case. The firing pin hits the primer at the back of the bullet, which starts the explosion. Altogether, the bullet and the case are typically 2 inches in length and weigh a few ounces. My father said that the Vietcongs told him and the other prisoners, while in re-education camp, that they were not worth a bullet. They would work for the Vietcongs and then die. A bamboo tree is smooth, long, with roots that hold the earth, with the strong grip of green knuckles and fingers. They are used to build houses, fences, etc. A bamboo can weigh 60 pounds or more and be 20 feet tall. The prisoners were forced to walk barefoot up the mountains and carry bamboo back to the camp. Due to the weight of the bamboo, they were only able to carry one at a time. Just get ready to read my poem that's in the anthology now. It is on
76.
Thank you. It's page 76. Names. I'm tired of having 5 different names, having to change them when I enter a new country or take on a new life. My first name is my truest, I suppose, but I never use it and nobody calls me by this Vietnamese name, though it is on my birth certificate. Teresa Mei Chuc. It makes the sound of a twang of a string pulled. My parents tell me my name in Cantonese is Chuc Mei White. 3 soft bird chirps, and they call me a white. Shortly after I moved to the U.S., I became Teresa Mei Chuc, then Teresa Mei Chuc. Teresa is the sound water makes when one is washing one's hands. After my first marriage, my name was Teresa Chuc Procopio. After my second marriage, my name was Teresa Chuc Dowell. Now I'm back to Teresa Mei Chuc, but I want to go way back, reclaim that name once given and lost so quickly in its attempt to become someone that would fit in. Who is Teresa Mei Chuc? I don't really know. I was never really her. And her birthday on March 16, I never celebrate because it's not my real birthday, though it is on my birth certificate. My birthday is on January 26, really, but I have to pretend that it's on March 16th because my mother was late registering me after the war. Or it's in December, the date changing every year according to the lunar calendar. This is the one my parents celebrate because it's my Chinese birthday. All these names and birthdays make me dizzy. Sometimes I just don't feel like a Teresa anymore. Dwe, pronounced Dwe, isn't so embarrassing. A fruit learns to love its juice. Anyways, I like to be strained, resonating, pulled back tensely like a bow, then reverberate and the arrows release straight for the heart.